I would like to call on the first person on the panel today with us is Madam Helen. Madam Helen, good evening to you and happy Saturday, happy weekend to you, and thanks for all you do. Please, I'd like you to talk to us with all we've presented today and the current situation in Nigeria. You are joining us from Nigeria. You know much better. So give us experience. What is happening in your area? Thank you.
Good evening, Mr. Elvis.
Thank you, madam.
Good evening, people at the comment section. Good evening, people in the panel. Mr. Elvis, nothing much, to tell you the truth. Nothing much is happening. Everywhere is quiet. Everywhere is very quiet, and it's very alarming. It's as if these people, they've used the media to maybe cast some sort of illusion or some sort of deceit by pushing a narrative that is not true, so that right now a lot of people are just like, let's just move on. However, Nigerians, they feel no matter how tough the situation is, they'll find a way to survive. Irrespective of the pains they are going through, they just keep pushing. So I think that's just what I'm seeing
but it's
right
strange
now.
to see that nobody is talking at all.
I'm telling you, the whole place is quiet. I don't know what's going on. The whole place is quiet. I think the whole place, that's just what I think I have observed. The whole place. So the people who are talking right now.
Madam Helen, sorry to say, as a housewife, you go to market, you go to work. So what about in the market? Nobody talk about the situation, or at work, in your office, nobody talk about this.
They're talking about it, but you're not feeling it in the streets. Maybe that's just what I'm trying to say. They are talking, the people are talking in the market, people gather, that's what they are talking about. But no, talk, and no, this thing is no evidence of pushing to say no, we don't want to accept this. I think they talk about it, but somehow they are also falling back to say, well, let's just see how we push through and survive this. Maybe you hear some people say, let's just see how we'll survive it another 8 years. Possibly, if God help us, we'll now have somebody that will, how do you survive this the next 8 years? It's scary. But this young man, Jimmy, he every time he talks, he appeals, to my core soul. That's one of the people that, speaks truth, and, he just nails it and does not know how to color it. I really appreciate him for it. I think that's just one of another persons that I listen to when you bring him up here, and he's talking, and you're like, okay, at least thank God that you still have Nigerians who are able to appreciate, truth, and, who still have some sort of moral, content in them, who still remember what their parents may have instilled in them when growing up as Nigerians. Because somehow, okay, I was watching the one that you just showcased. You see the line of people, you see what they are saying. They are suffering, but they are just sitting in the fence. Okay, if that's what it is, then that's what it is. If that's what it is, see the narrative that they've sold, and then these people are bought into. If he could do what he did in Lagos, but they don't even know that Lagos thing is an illusion. There was absolutely nothing that was done, but they've been able to sell that narrative, and these people are buying into it. And these are young men these are young men who may not really have much, who do not have any future, honestly. It's a sad situation. You see it every day. When you come out, you see it every day. And when you come out, the things prevailing, information that you get on the street is either one person is buying one person, or a child is, buying parents to use and make money. That's the trend now. That's just what's happening. So it's really, really sad. It's really, really sad. That's why, I still come to this place, because I want to hear the truth. I want to be sure that I'm not the only person that has, possibly lost it. Maybe I'm the one who is actually operating under that smoke screen, because I told you how a young man told me that I should move on, that this thing is not worth bothering my head for before I go and have hypertension. And that, look at the people that you're fighting for, see how they behave on the street. They are not even bothered. You understand me? So when people like you, like this, keep pushing, it gladdens my heart. It gives me hope. It gives me, something to look forward to, irrespective of what's happening around me. When I hear people like Mr. CM, when I hear Alex, when I hear a lot of Madam Rita, Omoye and the rest, when I hear them speak, there's some sort of hope. But I think, a lot of these other people do not have the opportunity to listen to things like this. So even when you try to share, this information, it doesn't really get to them, because like in the north, I think they're not even aware of what's going on. And some people are busy selling them lies, so you don't expect much. You see those tiny radios that they carry on their ear, I don't think most times that the information they are getting is even from Nigeria. So when they get that information, where they get it from also plays a major role in conditioning their mind. How can somebody be in such abject poverty? You every day you wake up, you just go and gather at the gate of a big man just to give you crumbs for that day, and you're satisfied. Is it not scary? You're satisfied. You're not asking questions. Why do I come here to get crumbs? Why is it the only one that can give me that? Why can't I also be the person to give out to others? You understand me? So it's like you said, it's a weapon that have been used for such a long time to capture a lot of young people. A lot of young people are in limbo. They don't know how to move forward. They don't know how to come out of where they are. So that's why a lot of them also take the easy way out, of making this money. They go into all sort of shady deals. And when they are, when these same politicians, take note of them, they come and then they make some sort of offer that they can't refuse. Why? Because they want to see how they can put food on the table of possibly their family members, maybe their aged parents, or so they just want to see how they can make a change. So these people have captured this country for a long time, and they intend to, if we don't say no, they intend to still continue like this because of the narrative they are selling. Can imagine somebody, who comes out to say, look, you understand, Nigerians are clamoring both in and outside. We are being called also, we are being accused, we are being called all sort of names. But I think it will make it to go a long way if you come out as the number one person to address your city, your citizenry, to address your people, clear this air. And some other person sits in the media house and said he's trying to pursue a career in evangelism. Who does that? Who does that? And this is supposed to be somebody who is not supposed to be biased in his analysis. And then he calls him all sort of names and said he's seeking for cheap popularity. Who does that? Who does that? Will you speak like that to any other person? If not, because this one is, the person that you feel you can toy on and then go scot-free. You wouldn't dare. Like Jimmy said, he wouldn't dare. He will not dare. But I thank God, because you see, this thing is on record. Tomorrow, when the same person comes out and says otherwise, Nigerians will call it up and tell him, this is what you said. How dare you even, try to change the narrative? Were you doing that because of just personal selfish interest? And now you're coming to change. And then, like, also, I heard somebody, Araka said, don't forget that, this thing has not ended. The table can turn. The table can change. If it changes and is not what you're expecting, where will you hide your face? Will you be able to open your mouth to speak again? People should have caution. People should learn to tell the truth, especially elders, especially people who have benefited one way or the other from this nation. People who were spoon-fed when it was their time. They should be careful what they do. I was watching Young Elder today when he was making that when he was making that video concerning a threat to his life. And then he said something. Is this what he's going to sell to his children? How will he come out to tell his child now and say, no, don't, if you're in school, you must make sure that you do it right. You must make sure that you read and pass your exams and read well and make the first class. How is he going to defend this when, people are coming out to say it doesn't matter? Constitution says it matters. And we want to bury Constitution because of personal interest. Why are we like this? Why are we like this? What happened to the morals? What happened to the values? Where did we throw it to? Why are we letting just a set of people hold us to ransom and make us the people that we are not? Nigerians are making names outside there. They are achieving so much. In sports, they are doing well. In technocrats, in every area, they are doing so well. And yet back here, we are like I don't know what to call us. Are we not ashamed of ourselves that the whole world right now is aware of this, and we are still talking? Instead of defending, instead of saying this is doing the right thing, you're not coming out to appeal. That appeal, do you know what it means for you to come out to say, do not accept and make excuses for them, for the Supreme Court not to admit that evidence? It's actually, you're nailing it and saying, yes, truly, I did it, but I don't want you to go there. I don't want you to go there. Why? Why are we celebrating illegitimacy? Why are we celebrating lies? Why are we upholding lies and pulling down truth and making sure that truth stays down just because of one person? Are we remembering that after today that there is tomorrow, and this thing that we are doing today may just not be so, may not just do so much to us now, but tomorrow it may cause the kind of damage that we may not be able to come out of? Can't we trade with caution in a lot of ways? Can't we ever look at, look at the narrative. Now you have, a certificate that you refuse to go and pick. Somebody said, okay, since you went to the school, and these people said, we have the certificate, what stops you? Just walk in there and collect your certificate. They say they have the original. You attended, fine. Go apply for it to be sent to you so that you can say, okay, sorry, maybe because of one thing or the other, I did not post this one. I did not bring this one, but now I have it. So why can't you call for that one? Since that one is there, we're all shouting, everybody attended school. Who said? Nobody is arguing that it attended or it did not attend. What the argument is that there's a particular one that you submitted that is forged. So why won't you go and call up for the original one? Because they say they have it there. Call for it. Apply for it. If it is replacement, apply for the replacement. Because they said you've never done so. You've never applied for any form of replacement. Since you lost the one that you had before, God knows where that one came from. You understand? So apply for this one or walk in there. In fact, not even apply. Walk.
Okay, we lost you there. Madam Helen, can you still hear me?
Mr. Elvis, can you hear me?
Okay, you are back now.
Yes. I'm walking there and collect it. Simple and short. There is no all this rigmarolling and dramatizing, accusing everybody of forgery, or no forgery. You understand? This one, they will hit this one today and say, your name is not the same thing. I heard something funny today saying it's the elder brother's certificate that he's using. Are these people okay? Is that what we are talking about? Is this
to be honest,
the number one seat?
To be honest, Madam Helen, we don't need to pay attention to that particular video at all. If we can avoid it, we should address it.
No, I'm just saying.
Yes,
they are
don't
not the
just
ones
censor it
occupying
at
the
all.
number one seat. So it's not called for.
Yes, but we shouldn't.
Somebody is occupying the number one
address
seat.
it at all. Let's just skip that. They are trying to get attention. We should give them that because they posted that particular video on their channel on TVC. As we speak right now, they have only 400 views. They posted it for the past 12 hours or 24 hours now. You know, they still never, they have still not hit 1,000 views till now. So we shouldn't give them attention at all.
How can they? How can they? Somebody, I mean, people are just getting carried away. But all I'm trying to say is there is tomorrow. You know, we should know that there is tomorrow, and posterity will judge a lot of people. A lot of people, when they want to hide their faces in shame, there will be that, like that. Is it ostrich that the entire body is outside and is burying the head in sand? That's how they will be. That's how they will be. There are people that their children, you know, when they want to correct their children, their children will stare them in the eyes and say, just shush. Because this same you made me to understand that this is okay. So I'm going to go ahead and do it. You can't tell me otherwise. You made me understand that this was all right. And then they'll take it up from there. They should just wait. It's coming. The storm is coming. The storm is not over. It's just building up. And it will hit a lot of people. It will hit a lot of people. The same set of people that had the opportunity to castigate government upon government and made so much trouble of President Obasanjo's this thing. These same people troubled him, troubled Jonathan, troubled everybody. Nobody, went after them, use the media or use any form of this thing to intimidate them. Now you're calling for treason. You're saying treasonable this thing. My dear, when the time comes, those who know how to dance in the market square will dance. And those who thought they knew how to dance in the market square will find out that they were just empty. Mr. Elvis, thank you very much. God bless you for the opportunity.
Thank you. Thank you very much, madam. God bless you too. I appreciate you.